Okay, so I'm going to give you a brief overview about the ongoing work in Syke regarding the wastewater treatment plant sludges and arable soils and pharmaceuticals and their metabolites. So first of all, some background for why we are doing this. Our aim is to estimate the feasibility of novel sludge treatment methods in facilitating circular economy. And because the wastewater treatment plant sludge includes quite a lot of nutrients, but also unwanted or even harmful substances like pharmaceuticals, we need some new treatment methods that we can use the sludge products safely. So in practice, in this project, we are looking at thermal processes and if they promote irreversible elimination of pharmaceuticals better than the conventional measures, which are basically composting. And then we will check, of course, that what does it do for the environmental risks. And the environmental risk assessment is done with comparing predicted or measured environmental concentrations to the predicted no effect concentrations in the soils. And when we have measured environmental concentrations, we will also compare the results obtained with predicted and the measured concentrations and check if they are in line. And when we have the results, we will make a scientific article about this. Then our aim is also to provide evidence-based information on sustainable handling and repository practices of sewage sludge for national circular economy experts. And this means that we will distribute our results and conclusions to the stakeholders and industry operators, and we will do it by preparing a report, but also we are aiming to have a workshop together with Lappeenranta University of Technology in the beginning of next year. Then we aim to facilitate the development of innovative water purification recycling strategies and recycling strategies of the sewage sludge, together with water purification experts and the circular economy specialists. And here we also need to be in close collaboration with stakeholders working with sewage sludge recycling strategies, and we hope that our results will be usable and taken into consideration in a project focusing on waste-based fertilizer products, but also in the new national fertilizer legislation. But we still don't have the results, so of course the risk identification is highly dependent on what kind of results we will have. So to reach our goals, we have taken samples of wastewater treatment plant sludge and different treated sludge samples. So the treatments include pyrolysis, incineration, digestion, and composting. And because the wastewater treatment plant sludge is a very unhomogeneous matrix, we are paying or have paid special attention to the representativeness of the samples. So we have samples before and after the treatment, meaning the same material, so we can actually see what happens during the treatment. Then we have several replicate samples, and then we will also make replicate analysis of the samples in the laboratory. So we will make some quality control checks also regarding that. And in that way, we'll also have more usable results. Regarding the compost, the composting of sewage sludge is done in huge piles, like seen in the figure in the right-hand side. And we have paid extra attention on how to sample this kind of pile so that we can get a representative sample from there. Then we are, of course, interested what happens when these sewage sludge products are applied in agriculture. And we have taken samples from arable land. We have 4 fields where we have taken samples, 3 of which are fertilized with sewage sludge products. And from these 3 fields, we have samples 1 month and 1 year after the application of the sludge product. And then we also have a sample of the actual sludge product, what was put there. And then we have 1 background field as a sort of quality control. And this background field has never received any sewage sludge products. At this point, I would like to point out that without the good collaboration with the stakeholders, we probably wouldn't even have these samples. So it's been really important in finding these good representative farms, and also farms that are willing to cooperate in this kind of project. So what's currently ongoing in Syke is that we have all, well, except 1 sample, we have all the samples taken, and we have developed a method for a wish list. So we, at the beginning of the project, we made a list of pharmaceuticals and their metabolites that we are the most interested in, and many of these were not in the analysis list of the Finnish Environment Institute, so we have prepared the methods for them. And the metabolites are important to have to be sure that the transformation happens irreversibly. And then we will analyze, or are currently analyzing, the samples with the previously existing sample pretreatment methods. So our aim is to have all the samples, all the results ready by the end of August. So actually all the soil samples have already been analyzed, except 1 sample which was sampled in April and 1 which is not yet sampled. And then all the sludge and compost sample results will be ready by the end of June, and then the ash and biochar samples by the end of August, so after the summer break.